everyone. I'm Dr. Andrea Purcell. Today we're talking about diabetes, why it's on the rise, and the steps you can take to prevent it. I've been practicing naturopathic medicine for 20 years, and I'm a naturopathic medical doctor. That means that I use natural medicine as the first resort to help you achieve the health and the life that you love, without drugs or surgery. I'm super passionate about helping women struggling with health and hormonal issues, because really, who has the time, the months, the years to wait with poor health when there's something that can be done today to reverse or prevent the way that we are feeling? So my goal is to educate and empower you about natural medicine so you can use it as a solid consideration for you and the people that you love. You don't have to ride shotgun with your health any longer. I help you slide into the driver's seat so you can take back control over your very own health. Today, what we're talking about is diabetes. Diabetes is so common in this country that it touches nearly everyone's life, or it will in the near future. It's number 3 on the chronic disease list, diabetes. Heart disease, number 1. Cancer, number 2. Diabetes, number 3. Yes, it is so common in this country that it touches nearly everyone's life. The statistics on diabetes are staggering, and a diagnosis can be frightening. Why? Well, because it's the 3rd leading cause of death in the United States. Nearly 800,000 new diabetics are going to be diagnosed each year, according to the National Institutes for Health. And that's, 3 new cases every 2 minutes. Those are some high numbers there. Even more alarming is the incidence of type 2 diabetes, or what was once known as late onset diabetes. We're now seeing it in children 18 years and younger, and the rates have skyrocketed. Some signs of, maybe to tip you off that you have diabetes: frequent urination, constant thirst, numbness, tingling in the hands and feet, wounds that are slow to heal, and fatigue and irritability going back and forth. Having a fasting blood sugar of 125 or higher, a hemoglobin A1C greater than 5.7. Once we get to a hemoglobin A1C of 6.2, we're going to have significant cellular damage from circulating blood sugars, especially in the smaller vessels, the eyes, the kidneys, and the toes. So what actually is diabetes? It's a disorder of carbohydrate metabolism, and generally we get elevations in glucose. And it's because the body is not either secreting insulin, or the cells of the body have become resistant to insulin. Hence, then the blood sugar cannot get into the cells, so it just floats around the bloodstream, and it leads to serious complications. In type 2 diabetes, the body needs more and more insulin to open the doors to the cells, which ultimately leads to more fat storage. The more advanced the blood sugar problem, the more body fat someone will have. Each year, tens of thousands of Americans will lose their eyesight because of diabetes, which is the cause of blindness for people ages 25 to 74. So 95% of diabetics have type 2, which typically arises from overeating the wrong foods and having a sedentary lifestyle. It is not genetic. 9 out of 10 cases of type 2 diabetes could be prevented if people exercised more, ate better, stopped smoking, and adopted healthier behaviors. The study findings suggest that behavior is the main culprit in type 2 diabetes. So can we control it? Yes, we can. And you don't want those complications from type 2 diabetes. They can often be prevented with the use of the proper supplements, weight loss, and exercise. So let me tell you about Anna. She came to see us right after she'd been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. She was terrified of having it, and she wanted to know if there was anything that she could do to help herself and to ideally reverse it. She did not want to be on any blood sugar medication, and she didn't want to be labeled with diabetes. We worked together. I laid out a plan for her. I explained what types of changes she would need to make. And firstly, I needed her to understand what was happening inside her body so that she felt like she was working with her body and that her body wasn't sabotaging her, going against her. Then we put together specific supplements, exercise, and foods in place to help her body restore proper blood sugar balance. She was committed to her health and to her plan. She made the changes, and within 4 months, her blood sugars were down at 100, and her hemoglobin A1C had dropped by 0.2 of a point. She was thrilled with her progress, and she continued on. Now, 3 years later, Anna feels great. She's at her ideal weight, and she knows exactly how to take care of her health. And guess what? She no longer has diabetes because her blood sugars are normal. You know, diabetes really is a silent killer. It's a chronic disease that sets us up for health complications down the road. Often it doesn't affect quality of life until it gets very advanced. So people can go for years not realizing the damage that's being done inside their bodies, especially the heart disease damage. Diabetics triple their odds of developing heart disease. Things like high blood pressure, increased cholesterol, and plaque buildup inside the arteries, leading to heart attacks and stroke. So when you have diabetes, you become high risk for simple surgical procedures, small things like cataract surgery, and not so small things like joint replacement surgery. These procedures become important later in life should you require them. So if you are pre-diabetic, or if you're diabetic right now, what should you do? Well, let's start by taking a daily walk. 20 minutes a day of aerobic exercise. It helps lower blood sugar and it increases circulation throughout the cardiovascular system. Here's a bonus. If you're already walking, add in some light weights, arms or chair squats for legs. Adding in light weights or body weight exercises is ideal for diabetics because it lowers blood sugar by efficiently helping to transport the blood sugar into the cells. Next, eat the rainbow. 5 servings of vegetables each day. Lots of colors, especially the leafy greens. By eating more vegetables, you crowd out the less nutrient-dense foods like breads and pastas. Next, there are many supplements that can help bring blood sugar into balance. They work best with the 2 recommendations above. So for example, chromium taken with each meal and berberine, if you take 2 a day, they can help balance the blood sugar at each meal. So if you've been recently diagnosed with diabetes or pre-diabetes, it's really good to take action now because you don't want those complications later on. So you can connect with me through my website at www.drandreapurcell.com. You can continue following me here on YouTube, where I'm happy to have you come and learn. I have a number of videos and I'm creating more each week. The most important thing is that you've taken the time to make your health a priority and come and learn. So I'll see you next time. Take good care.